What's up, y'all? I'm Figure 8 of the Antelope Fisherman. We're not doing a music video this week on Wednesday. For the past about 9 weeks or so, we've had a music video ready every Wednesday. But this next one is our last video that we shot with Bill Saber last year in Portland. So we wanted to make sure it was 100% as good as it can be and give us a couple of days to preview that for you guys before it comes out. So this is the piece of content this week. I think we've officially decided that if a music video isn't ready to come out on a Wednesday, we will still provide a piece of music-related content for y'all, be it a vlog or a talk-to-camera type video like this, if that's something you guys like. But I figured if this is something that people are interested in, I can add this in once a week, just to give an update on stuff the fish is working on and how we're doing. So to start off, Antlers featuring Bill Saber and almost 10 of the Antelope Fishermen will be the music video for next Wednesday. We are currently working on wrapping up a few projects. Jan Slam is pretty much done with her debut album. Dub Dynamite is pretty much done with his follow-up to Black Gun 2. And then I'm in the early stages of working on an album. And as pretty much always, there's fish songs in the works, there's fish singles and music videos to come out. I know people have been asking for something for Loveja and With My Fish. Both of those are shot and, about 60%, 70% edited. So those are on the horizon as well. And then the big thing that we are working on, our most ambitious project yet, is this yet titled or publicly titled film that we're working on. If you're interested in us in any way, I'm sure you've seen us or a guest we've had talk about it or post about it, or us working on the budget for it. It's chugging along. It is consuming a lot of our time and energy and finances. We're trying to crowdfund it or find sponsors for as much as we can, but inevitably some stuff is coming out of pocket, and the toll it's taking on our bodies and mind and time that we have for other stuff, it shouldn't be understated. I do think the film process is a bit easier than we thought it was going to be, but also much more intensive in a lot of ways. I don't know how much we're really keeping secret, but essentially we are making a Jackass style film with the Antelope Fishermen. So tensions have gotten high a few times, and it does and has taken a physical toll on our bodies. So we're trying to give ourselves breaks in between filming it. We're trying to give ourselves some grace on days of, and support of those of us that are doing the more intense things. We're risking our body and well-being a little bit more. But that is chugging along. I believe we're 5 total days of filming we've done so far, roughly 8 to 10 hour days of filming, and I've been editing it in between dates, just getting stuff a little bit trimmed down and closer to ready for when we want to assemble it as a film. But it has been taxing, and a bit more of my brain is devoted to it than I'd like to admit. But we've also been streaming video games this past roughly a month. We went through Chain together. There's 10 episodes of that. You can go check the playlist if you'd like to see us make it to the top. We'll probably go back and do a couple more Let's Plays in it, but that one, we did complete it. Me and Coda are doing Figure 8 and Coda B Hate Dark Souls, where we're playing through the entirety of the remastered edition of Dark Souls 1. We're working on a Minecraft server that Ellis started that will have intermittent and interchanging guests and members of the Antelope Fishermen and our kids coming in to build on this one world that we've created called the Big Bowl. And then are those the only active ones, I believe? And the intention is that me and Coda are gonna do a Nintendo game, and then we'd like to find another multiplayer game that people can drop in and out of, probably like Fortnite. But that can be found on the Antelope Fisherman YouTube as well. As always, every Thursday we have a new episode of our hip-hop podcast, Acquired Taste, with me, Coda, and Andrew. That's been going super well. Tomorrow we're recording an episode where we're interviewing Dub Dynamite and listening to 3 of his albums, so that'll be out next week. I really love Acquired Taste. It is the support has been awesome, and I think it's a really solid show and one of our more professional things. the film we are working on is by far one of our most ambitious undertakings, and I probably have said that, but I'm glad we're all taking it so seriously and committing a lot more than I thought we would. But if you haven't seen us in the studio recently, that's why. We've released 9 weeks in a row of videos, and if a video didn't drop on our group channel, a solo video dropped on one of the members' channels, or we dropped some sort of content every Wednesday, and then every Thursday the podcast comes out, and every other day, roughly every couple of days, we've been going live. So this is the most active we've been on YouTube, and we're super grateful for the influx of new subscribers and consistent watchers. Yeah, we're going to really devote a lot of time to that outside of the movie and music. The YouTube has become such a big focus. It took us 7 years to get to 500 subscribers, which is far too long. We weren't setting goals, weren't focusing properly, we weren't doing everything we needed to do. So in just the 2 months we've been trying, we've gone up a considerable percentage, and I think if we continue on this course we're on, it's a pretty good bet that we'll get to the 1,000 that is our current goal. I don't know if we'll be able to make it by the end of the year, but I'm hopeful, especially if this type of stuff and this type of creative art form, especially like the Antelope Fisherman, and how unique and all-encompassing it is. We have podcasts, we're working on movies, there's short films, there's music videos, there's hundreds of songs and tens of albums, there's rock bands, there's essentially the goal is that we as a hub could be like a Netflix or Hulu of just exclusively Antelope Fisherman content. There's already hundreds of hours worth of fish content on YouTube, and specifically our channel, and other platforms as well. 400 songs, over 50 music videos, and growing. By the end of what we have edited right now, or almost finished in editing right now, we'll have 11 out of 22 tracks from our debut album, The Fish Tank, that have a music video, which I'm incredibly proud of. And yeah, a lot of my attention has gone to this movie and making sure that we're staying more active on YouTube and providing more content, because it seems that whenever we go away for a bit, we think we're taking things a little more seriously, and step back, we lose a lot of attention and a lot of our viewers and fans. Not necessarily that anybody does it on purpose or with malice, but I think even it's pretty relatable that when content stops flowing, interest wavers. There's so much content on the internet and so much music and movie and TV and just entertainment that exists that anyone who chooses to spend any time watching or listening to us, I'm incredibly grateful. So to wrap up again, I don't know when the movie's going to be coming out. People have been asking me that a lot. It is certainly not this year. I don't know that you'll even see a trailer for it this year. I don't know that my album will come out this year. Certainly not with immediacy. But there will be stuff. There will be music videos, there will be songs, there will be plenty of content and audio from Figure 8 and the Antelope Fisherman, whatever you're interested in. Noise from the Void, however, we've been trying to avoid talking about this as well. We were about halfway through recording our album, and we're having some issues with the studio we recorded it at, so we wanted to get our first single out by, now, towards the end of the year, and I just don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to have to postpone it for some time. So Noise from the Void does have new music coming. It's just not as soon as we'd hoped. It is for sure postponed, not only due to Ned's accident, which he has recovered great from. He's performed a few shows and some very long sets at those shows, so the blame is not to be placed on him or his willingness to fight through his injuries and the tragedy he's experienced. But yeah, there will be a continuous amount of things coming out. Please, if you have any suggestions of video games you'd like us to play, forms of content that we've been working on that you enjoy, or anything else that we can add to this YouTube to increase your want to come back and visit, or your time and eyes on this, because at the end of the day, Netflix alone has an ungodly amount of things that you could be watching. So to anyone who spends an hour watching us play a video game, or 20 minutes running through our videos, or 30 minutes to listen to a podcast of us talking, or putting on a playlist of our music, I'm so grateful and incredibly flattered and humbled with, especially in the numbers that we are currently doing. And a lot of videos do better than others, a lot of content do better than others, but the fact that any of it gets viewed by people outside of us at all is incredibly gratifying and rewarding. So we appreciate that. Yeah, tomorrow, new episode of Acquired Taste will be out, and next Wednesday, Antlers, the Antelope Fisherman featuring Bill Saber. And I don't know, if you guys like this, if this gets any views, maybe I'll do one of these once a week. I'll for sure do something like this anytime we don't have a music video ready on Wednesday. So thank you guys for subscribing. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that button, hit the like button, leave a comment, let us know what we can do. Let us know what'll entertain you. Let us know what you think our strengths and weaknesses are so far. Appreciate y'all.